Sure. Do we think? Sure. Okay. We can be all official. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
All right. So, terms of the agenda. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 of us. So we have a quorum, so we can begin. So I won't read the agenda, but if someone would make a motion to approve the agenda, that would be great.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Any opposed? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. It's not on the agenda, so I'll amend it slightly. Peter passed out minutes, so if you have any comments on those minutes, be sure to get those to Peter.
And Rebecca, I'm sorry I did not send those to you.
That's okay. I'll abstain. You guys can pass them without me.
Okay.
I think you guys can, 3 is a quorum, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So anyway, it all looks good.
Yep.
It all looks good to me. So looks like the minutes as proposed. That's good. All right. So moving on to the agenda, old business. So
We approve the agenda?
we approved the
did.
agenda. Yep. We'll accept the minutes as
I did.
proposed.
I shouldn't have done, the minutes. That's what I'm sorry. The minutes
Yeah.
is what I know.
If we have to have a motion for that, I guess we can.
I'll
Yes,
move.
you do. I'm sorry.
Okay. I wasn't sure because we were,
I'll
That's
move
why
to
I got
accept.
confused. Sorry. Yes,
Okay.
not agenda, the minutes.
I'll second. Actually, you have to second because.
I'll second.
Okay. Any opposed? No discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Abstain.
Okay. So moving on to business. So August 22nd, there was a hurricane or a tropical storm and
We're cursed. We're cursed.
I know. So we would like to reschedule the town picnic. So I had some communications with Tim and I think 2 of the select board members chimed in because we really need to reschedule around the modular delivery of the town hall or the modular deliveries. I don't know if it's one delivery or many deliveries. So the proposed dates are 10/3, October 3rd, or October 10th, which happens to be Columbus Day weekend. And actually, I think those are a Saturday.
Excuse me.
I wanted to look at that. Oh no, those were a Sunday. So those are the general weekends based on the newer updated timing of the deliveries that even if they occur, we would have time we would know where they were and we could make sure that the park is safe to have the picnic, just rope off areas where the modulars were. So those are the 2 proposed dates. So I know it's always been on a Sunday, but I was just thinking that it's football season and it might not get as much participation on a Sunday afternoon now. So we may want to consider Saturday afternoon, or if we don't care about football, that's fine with me too. And then a couple of considerations are we have the porta potty until October 4th. That is paid for. One of the select board members indicated that if we want to have it on the 10th, they'll make sure that we're reimbursed for extending the porta potty for the week to the 10th.
I'm sure the board will be supportive of that. They were very quickly supportive of keeping it until that time anyway. I would say this as well, that I don't know if you guys know, but we also did get some donations in memoriam of a gentleman who passed, Mr. Townsley. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but so just, there is extra income if we decided that was a worthy use of it, but those are all my thoughts on the porta potty.
Donation was to the board?
The donation was Parks and Rec.
Parks
The
and Rec.
family-
They
the
were-
family-
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead,
I was just saying
Rebecca.
the family wanted to, that's who they, if you want to make donations in his name, please give it to Pownal Parks and Rec. It was very, very kind.
Yep.
Wow.
So we've gotten I think $225.
Okay.
And whose name was this?
It's Towsley or Townsley, and I feel
Towsley.
terrible not
Towsley.
saying. Yeah, no N, right?
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
prominent family.
Yep. So I think we've got about 225 from that so far. So anyway, open for discussion, thoughts about dates, what you think works, what you think doesn't work. Is Columbus Day weekend good,
Which
bad?
is Columbus Day, the 3rd?
The 10th.
The 10th, thank you.
What if we shoot for the 10th and shoot for the 3rd and then have 10th as a rain date?
Okay.
That's smart.
I'm. I can't,
Imagine a rain day, like I have it on the materials.
Imagine that.
no
Or a snow day,
more
it's a snow day.
rain, please. And are we good with a Saturday, Sunday, or you think it's okay for a Sunday, or you think,
I think it's a good point about football.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know for
I think you're right. At this time of year, Saturday.
Yeah,
makes
there's
more
enough
sense.
Giants fans here. It's like, are the Patriots playing out, West or something, Yes. Too far in the weeds for that.
Well, I think the purpose of the picnic is to have have community participation.
Right.
So I think, from my perspective, a Saturday is a better afternoon than a Sunday.
And the kids are playing soccer generally in the morning.
Okay.
Football in the morning.
Yeah, sports
Okay.
usually, well, we came from usually morning sports, yeah,
Okay.
other than football.
So then that would be Saturday, October 2nd. And are you folks available to help on that date? That was my other.
I will make sure I
Okay.
am this time, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'm probably not there. I have renters there.
Okay.
So, but I can also I'll put some word out and see who I know in Pownal that can come and pitch in a little.
Okay. So we have, I purchased hamburgers and hot dogs and they wouldn't let me return them. So I pushed them the day before too. It's it's awful, but I didn't want to take the chance that they were gone.
Right.
Are they in your freezer?
They are.
Excellent.
So no problem with that. And then we just have to coordinate with Angie about, she had some items from vendors, so some rolls and chips. And so resurrect that. And I'll propose the date and we'll go from there. But for now, it'll be Saturday, October 2nd.
Okay. Sounds good.
Charcoal.
We were going to use gas grills.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking about, we've got the
Yes.
grills there.
Yes. We didn't have a budget to buy any.
Okay.
They thought there was a line item for picnic, but apparently there is
There's
not
not.
a line item for picnic. So,
Tell you what, I'll donate charcoal. Enough charcoal for 3 grills. And if they
Okay.
use it, fine. If not, we'll put it in the shed for people to use later on.
okay. All right. And we'll need 3 chefs to cook the stuff, but we don't need to talk about that here or now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second item is the VORAC grant update. So after some discussion and clarification, Rebecca and I worked with the BCRC and we submitted a grant or a letter of interest for access, a whole access. Waymaking in North
That is so.
Pownal to the Strobridge recreation area and also, the which provides the connection to the Taconic Crest Trail. So that was made at the end of August, and my understanding is if they're reviewing those now and they will indicate at the end of September if you're invited to do a full application. So we'll be hearing more about that in the next couple of weeks. In terms of the Center Street Park update, as far as I know, Cliff is all done with the skate park. We've spent
Cliff
all the
keeps
money.
making new stuff. I run into Cliff occasionally. He's like, oh yeah, Shorty got some more pieces of metal from there and some things there. So we're building another thing. And so, he also says that every time he goes, he sees new people there. So I don't know. I
People
think
there
they're
right
still
now.
adding on to it, but it is fairly done. Yes.
Yes.
Everything we just said we were going to pay for, everything else he's doing is just by
Yep.
whim and donation.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is, it's fun to watch because I go down there every now and then and say, oh, look at that. No, not just
Pretty
people,
cool.
but what is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
My son who has gone to just crazy avid skateboarder and has been to every skateboard in 100-mile skate park in 100-mile radius, actually says it's one of the best ones, even though they're not like cement or fully metal or anything like that, that it actually has the most features that are built for skaters, people who love to skate.
Nice.
Cool.
Good. So skate park is done. The library.
Just a quick thought here. For the town picnic, is there a way that we can incorporate an opening, if you will, or some sort of celebration or get together, whatever, get the skaters down there? You know, it's a fairly close little society. They all know each other. Is it an opportunity to get kids down there?
For the ice skating or for skate?
No. For
Ramps.
Oh, so maybe reach out to the maybe combining with the picnic, or
I mean, we're gonna have a picnic and the stuff is there.
yeah.
So why not invite kids to come?
And
do
so
their
I
ramp-
agree.
I don't know who those people are, but
I can do that part.
okay, that would be great. I think it would be great fun because among other things, for adults to understand what these crazy kids are doing down there.
That's right.
Crazy kids.
Those crazy kids. All right.
I will
All right,
invite
great, thank you.
Cliff.
Yeah, I'll do
too.
that.
Cliff was out of town on the 22nd, so he wasn't going to be able to make the picnic. So maybe he'll be available on the 2nd, because it would be good to have him and the other folks
Oh, yeah.
to acknowledge.
We can, yes.
Yeah.
We might be able to find some way to
Yep.
acknowledge what they've done.
They've done. Yep. Okay. So other things, the little library is installed and the little message board is installed. So I have the key to the message board. I forgot to bring it, but I just wanted to leave it here. It's not locked right now. So anyone can go and put any messages they want on it. It's a little, I don't want to say cramped right now because the dirt is so close, the town hall.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the building area. So anyway, check that out if you
I have to take a walk down and see it.
haven't seen that. And that's about it with that. For new business, what I call, I guess, under the category community building, I think last year or the year before, they started Harwood Homestead originally started this trunk or treat. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And so I know our church piggybacked on that. So I didn't know if that would be something Parks and Rec would want to inquire. I know the church is going to do trunk or treat again.
Remind us all what that is.
So it's a Halloween event where instead of kids going door to door trick or treating, there are folks lined up, with the trunks of their vehicles. Sometimes people decorate their trunks or people themselves are in costume, but it's an area where kids can go and, try to be like a safe area
Yes.
where kids can go and do the proverbial trick or treating and get their candy. So I know last year, I think it was on a Saturday night last year. I can't even remember what it was, but there was some good participation at the church. So and the church is going to do it again. This year it's on a Sunday. So it's, it's before it gets dark. It's like a 4 to 6 thing. So in the spirit of community building, I didn't know if that's something Parks and Rec would want to investigate, maybe partnering with the church, maybe having something down at the park where people could set up and give out candy, or even, at the elementary school, if the PTF would be willing to set it up at the elementary school and host something there. So I just wanted to put that out there for discussion.
It would be fun. I had thoughts about pumpkin carving exhibition down at the
Yeah,
park. But it's like, you got to do that almost after dark, and it's just not. Next year, maybe, when things are
yeah.
settled out some, but it's just too jumbled right now. It would be fun, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's the place to do it.
Yep. There's a weather component too, because I have done it when it's freezing and raining and 50 degrees or 40 degrees, and I've been bundled up. So there is a weather component, but
There always is.
yeah. Becca, thoughts?
Well, no one will. I mean, that would definitely put a damper on carving a pumpkin, but no one will stop kids from going to eat candy. So I think I agree that around that time things are going to be really crazy down there. They are already a bit. It's very exciting. But I would say that what Parks and Rec could maybe do is, if the church is doing it, and say maybe the other church down on the Congregational down on 346 would want to do one. I mean, maybe we can just reach out. Hey, do different organizations want to sponsor their little trunk or treat? And then we'll put out a map,
Yes.
you know,
Yep. Yeah.
just help coordinate it, use our resources to advertise it, get it out there, put it in the banner, do a press release, all that stuff.
Okay. All right. And I was thinking, I mean, I don't know what time it gets dark then. I didn't look, but
Time changes in November.
November.
Yeah.
So I would think a 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. around that time frame would be good. Because we don't want people, in the dark, traversing with dark costumes on. Okay. All right. I will follow up on that. I was thinking about winter 21-22 skating already. So I guess it's a little early to put that on the agenda, but it's something to start thinking about, if we want to, when we want to build that, how we're going to move the existing skate ramp, when they expect to close up the skateboard park for winter, and what materials do we need for the skate park, and, lessons learned from last year.
Yeah, there's another element to all this. I'm sorry Brian isn't here, because Brian had talked about creating a skating rink down at 346 field.
Yep.
And there certainly isn't need for two. At least I wouldn't think so, for two.
Yep.
And so I think it would be worth having a conversation with Pownal Youth Baseball and Brian about, it doesn't have to be at Center Street Park.
No.
Nope.
And
Is he talking about flooding the field, like doing it the old fire?
I don't know. We had not gotten that far yet, but he mentioned a couple of times that they were talking about putting in a skating rink down there. And, given access, parking, blah, 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 there may be
Space.
some
Concession stand there.
Pardon?
They got a concession
Yeah,
stand there.
there may be some advantages. Plus, they also have an organization where people could shovel. Not that I
Presumably.
would certainly go down there and do my share,
Yeah, right.
but I think it's worth a conversation with Brian.
Sure.
I think it's great. They could make, I think they have more space down there too. They could make a much more substantial rink.
Yeah,
And
and
then
again, I
the
don't
other
know
thing
what
too-
they're, yeah. Go ahead,
In
sorry.
the winter, as long as there isn't snow and ice on the ground, skaters will still come and use the skateboard ramps.
Yes, they will.
It won't end in the winter.
That was sort of my thinking, is it didn't really need to move.
Okay.
I mean, yes, if we planned a skating rink here, an ice skating rink, then certain things would have to move.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
perhaps this would give us the best of
Yeah.
both
Great idea.
worlds.
Okay. Well, it was good to have conversation in September then. Yeah. All
We
right.
could also, just as a thought, I'm sorry, we could also, if they do want to do that down there and they're actually going to build the forms of a skating rink, I mean, the town could donate our forms to it. The forms that we kept that are in the highway
Right, yeah,
department.
yep, that would be, I think, just
Well, isn't that
Yeah,
part of
we-
the Parks and Rec isn't it? That's
Well, but if
town
Pownal
land,
Youth
right?
Baseball is doing it, we donate it to them, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or we
The
partner
ownership
with
is,
them, partner
yeah, we
with them.
partner with them. I don't know that
Yeah.
ownership is
Yeah.
such a big
Yeah.
deal. It's just
Yeah.
that, we got the stuff, we can put together
Yeah.
a skating rink.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay. All right. Any other new business?
Do you want me to check with Brian?
Sure.
I'm happy to do that.
Yep. Okay. Next on budget fundraising, so financial status, which we talked about a little bit before. So we actually have $60 left from last year's Spark grant. We have just over $100 left from the Stewart's grant. And with the Towsley donations, Brian and Julie's popcorn fundraiser, and just a little bit of leftover money. We have about just over $600 in Parks and Rec right now.
Cool.
So the other thing I was going to mention, which I just thought of, the Pownal youth, is that I think they keep their porta potty all year long. So that kind of negates the need for us to extend this one any longer unless we had to cancel, and extend.
That's something we can,
Yeah.
I can check with Brian.
Yep.
On that.
Yep.
Here I go, porta potties again.
Okay, sorry.
Going down that hole.
Talking about grants, Tim sent out or distributed a communication outlining some grant opportunities, but I know, Rebecca, the Better Places grant, I think that's due in January.
So I don't, that sounds right. I don't have
Okay.
it in front of me right now, but I've told you the history of that we did apply for it last year.
Yes.
We were in the top. Yeah, we were in the very top, and we were highly encouraged to apply again. And it was all based around the building of a pavilion. And we could certainly submit the same or similar project if we decided to do something like that. Or we could reevaluate and hit something different, but they do like seeing the commitment to a certain vision, I think we'd have I was told that we would have a very, very, very good chance if we came back.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that doesn't fall off the radar as we move into the holiday season. And if we're asked to apply for the VORAC grant, that will definitely take our eyes off of everything else for a while, to focus on the VORAC grant. So just wanted to put that out there. A while ago, Tim provided some information from another town in Vermont who had, I don't know if it was called Parks and Recreation, exactly what the committee was, but nonetheless, they did a mailing fundraiser where they just sent a letter, and I presume it would be similar to something the ambulance does, a year-end mailer. I know the fire department might, or whatever. And they said they actually had really good success with donations. So just want to put that out there, that perhaps some of our monies could be used as an investment for more monies. And then also, as we move into 2022, start thinking about budget and things of that nature. So,
Yeah, because we'd need to be fairly specific in a donor letter.
Right.
About what
what the money is for.
this is for.
Well, so that brings me back to, this is something I forgot to mention about Better Places grant, is that is a matching grant, and you can ask up to 20,000. So what I did was I created a project that was approximately 40,000, and just hoping and praying to God that we could find that other 20,000. You can do half of that, half in kind, by getting donated materials and labor, things like that. But if we do have to consider that with a Better Places grant, there will be a fundraising aspect to it, because it's 50-50. It's a matching grant. And so that just leads into what you were just saying about, if we are building a pavilion, the state is, this program is giving us 20,000 towards it. We need to raise 10 or what,
Can you pre-raise the money?
Well, may your mailer sounded like maybe this would be a good, that'd be a good application for a mailer.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
And I would like to sort of visit where, I mean, is the pavilion, where is that in our list of priorities?
I think that should be first amongst any big spend.
Say again?
I think that should be first amongst any big spend, like as far as we talk about play equipment and all that. I think we should go with pavilion first and then any big spend above any other big spend, as you say.
We're
thought.
talking about planning monies too. So to design the park, like a layout of the park, because it has to be ADA compliant. So,
But I thought that we, after talking to BCRC, we realized that probably what we'd want to do is apply for that next year in a municipal planning grant. And because I believe the planning commission is going to be applying for a municipal planning grant and the town can only go for one.
right, I thought that might have gotten weaved into that one. That was all, that those funds might.
No. If
Okay.
we apply for a municipal planning grant, it'll be either for the land mapping project of the planning commission, or it would be for us to do the planning at the Center Street or our downtown.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
would not just have Center Street Park. I would also want to do that village district.
So is that grant due soon?
That grant is due soon-ish, but I can look it up while we're talking. Hold on.
I was just gonna say, when will a decision be made then on whether it's the planning commission? And
I'll have to reach out to them. The original thought, the reason why we said, all right, the planning commission should just go for that is because they have a project that the select board gave them that they need to work on, and it's a perfect application to it. So Pat suggested that's a good use of it. You know, you should go for it. I said, all right, well, I was thinking for Parks and Rec. She goes, oh no, that's when we started talking VORAC. But then it turns out after talking to her that really, when you and I talked to her, VORAC is more appropriate for this waymaking.
right,
So-
right.
Now it's the whole idea of the municipal planning grant for Parks and Rec has kind of been pushed to the side. But what I can do is try and get clarity from the planning commission, from the select board, and see if they really are going to pursue that. Because if for some reason they're not, then I say we jump on it.
Right, I don't want the opportunity to go by without someone applying for it.
That won't happen. Kat is on top of it, and she's the
Okay.
one who really made sure to, I'm going to look it up really quickly though, just to.
Okay. I thought it was relatively soon. But that's okay. It's not pertinent. So I think we're kind of like in this little circular reference for a little while until. And then
I do want to know the date so we can.
I don't have it handy.
I'll keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay.
I'm on the site.
See my notes on here, if there's anything else. I mean, that's all that I have.
All right, hold on. Come on, deadline. Well, I'm struggling to find it. So
Look on the website, I can't find it either.
you're not finding it either, Megan?
Oh, it's weird.
Applicant guidance. Hold on. They only became available. They're due November 1. November 1.
Okay.
That's a huge amount of time for in the world of grants.
Okay.
And those are the grants that Kat will really like handhold you through. So let me just, I have to check with the planning commission.
Yep.
Or Megan, maybe you and I can talk after.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So I have the next item is the November meeting date and time, but I would just want to make sure for the picnic, I'm not going to schedule another meeting. We can just chat by email correspondence. So
October.
what's that?
You mean October meeting date and time then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I put November, October. Sorry. I'm
We all are.
Feels like October, November. Okay, so it would be the second Tuesday of October, which would be October 12th. So I always ask Megan if there's any meetings scheduled on October 12th.
Not yet, no.
That week is up in the air for me.
What's that?
I said that week is up in the air for me.
Okay.
'Cause, Jake is graduating
Oh,
school
okay.
Awesome.
around that time, so
So do we want to do 5th? Too close? It's 3 weeks.
I mean, look,
Is the planning commission meeting
Or the 19th?
in the 19th too?
Okay.
but we could just do earlier, right?
You're the whole week you're tentative,
well,
right?
it's tentative between the week of the 11th or week of the 18th as far as when he's going to graduate. He doesn't know the exact date yet,
Okay.
but I was hoping to be able to fly down to see him.
Yeah, of course.
Where's that?
He's down in Georgia, Fort Gordon, Georgia. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, oh boy.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he joined the National Guard. He's been gone since February,
Oh,
so haven't seen him
Wow.
since
Oh,
then.
boy.
you must be very proud and congratulations. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, well, let's go Tuesday, October 5th. Be right after the picnic.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a really quick meeting.
Just so you know, the 5th is, so I have deadlines for grad school every 5 weeks. That is my deadline. And so far, that means I have been writing until the end of that day. I don't want to promise I can be there
Okay,
because I can't miss the deadline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I would love to say I'm not going to procrastinate, but I'm old and I know what I do.
Yes, I hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do the 6th, but it has to be later is the only thing, and we're getting,
I can always do, I mean, Wednesdays are always good for me. I could also do the 12th or the 19th, but I think Brian,
Okay.
you said,
yeah, that's,
Yeah. That's you guys got enough to go without me. Do it.
well, no, I'd rather.
And heaven forbid if we don't have a quorum, we can still chat.
yes, that's true.
Can we do the 6th? As long as you don't make any binding decisions. Can we do the 6th?
I can do the 6th, but I can only do it at like 7:30.
Do you guys want to do a Zoom meeting on the, just Zoom, like not have to worry about coming in, or?
I'm good with that.
I don't know. Or just do the 5th and I'll try it. Like I will try to get my, don't schedule it around me.
Okay. I just want to make sure we have
Do
a
the 5th,
quorum,
do the 5th.
whatever
I'm
we
taking
do.
it back.
So, okay, so we're doing the 5th?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
do
shoot
it.
for the 5th.
you like
Hopefully, I'll find out maybe next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
And then I can, if I can find out exact date when I'm going down there.
Perfect.
I can let you know, maybe
Yeah.
change it if you want to change it.
Okay. So 6:30 good? Anybody's good with that? Okay.
EC meeting at 7.
Oh, on the
on the
5th,
Yep.
So we should do 5:30 or 6.
5:30 then.
Okay.
Thank you, Megan. All right. Any other business? Any public on the meeting? Any comments?
No.
No one else in here.
All right, could I have a motion to adjourn?
You do.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, thank
See you
you.
soon in person,
Bye-bye.
I hope.
Good night.
Bye.